Yeah, so hi, yeah, I'm Glenda Ann Papworth and I'm an integral eye movement therapy practitioner, and I'm here today with Alex. So how are you today, Alex?
Hi Glenda. I'm really good, thank you.
Brilliant. So I'm speaking to Alex today because she's offered to give me a testimonial. And so before we get into what we did, what was the reason, please, for wanting to see me?
Okay, so I had been suffering with, I guess, some form of blockage with bereavement. So my brother passed away 23 years ago, and I held myself to blame for that event. I wasn't there. I was responsible for him, even though he was 17 years old. But it literally had been blocking me from moving forwards, I suppose. And every time I spoke about him, I would just burst into tears. Every time I thought about him, I would burst into tears, and it was if I was just carrying the whole burden of his death on my shoulders. And obviously, I met you. We met randomly on LinkedIn, so we connected. And when Glenda told me what she did, I was like, "Oh my goodness, I 100% need to see you." And yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, and we did. And then, so like I said, what kind of issues were you facing then? So like I said, it felt like the weight of the world was on your shoulders. Was that sort of weight of the...
Yeah, I was just in a bit of a muddle, I suppose, and I think what I'd done over the I'd not allowed myself any time to grieve. I think that was the main issue, and what had happened is over the course of the last 20 odd years, is I'd just built up this barrier that it was just impossible to either let anybody in or to try and break down. And so I just kept I had 6 businesses at the time when we first met, and I just made myself so busy that I couldn't deal with it. I love being on my own, but I couldn't be on my own with my own thoughts and feelings, because it would just bring all those memories back again. So yeah, and I just knew I couldn't live like, I didn't want to live like that anymore. Not that I didn't want to remember him, because I do, but I just needed I needed to let go and release all those feelings and know that it wasn't my fault.
Yeah. And so then we spoke on the 17th of May last year, and we had an hour session using the IEMT,
Yeah.
so integral eye movement therapy. So we worked through emotions and also identity of self and others. So how did you feel that evening? Because I know at the time you were saying to me, like, oh.
It was really bizarre. So I remember getting your Sharpie pen, and like holding this Sharpie pen up, and I had to follow this pen, and I'm thinking, what is this all about? It's a little bit woo-woo. But in actual fact, I still don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't know if I ever will understand it, but I don't need to understand it. But you made me, like, all the thoughts and the feelings that I had to bring them back. And as I brought those feelings back, you were moving your pen, and I was like following your pen, and literally it just all fell away. I can't really I just felt an absolute sense of, oh my God, calmness, and almost slightly hyperactive, I suppose. In a, I don't know, it was weird. I don't have any words. I don't have words for it other than it really, really worked. And you can tell now I'm obviously talking about my brother. I haven't even got tears in my eyes. And I love him very much. And his anniversary is actually coming up at the end of this month. So, and I'm excited for that. Doesn't make me feel sad. He lived his life as he lived his life, and I will celebrate that. But I'm here now, and I have my life to live. So there's so many different things I've done since that. Yes, I still have some issues which I'm dealing with, but the main focus of me feeling guilty for what happened has gone. I
Yeah.
don't have that at all.
Brilliant. And then, so you said you've noticed changes since the session. So we did it, and then we did 3 weeks later. We do the follow up, because to do it in normally 2 weeks, but we did 3 weeks, didn't we? So you said you noticed the changes in that session. You said like straight away you was noticing the release. And was there things that you did after the session in the 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that those changes, you noticed the thought patterns, those sort of things that were different?
I don't know if there was anything. I don't remember anything sort of specific, other than just the way I suppose I thought about stuff.
Yeah.
And
So I was asking you a question, was what was your experience of integral eye movement therapy like? But like you said, you just explained to it a minute ago.
Weird. It was at first when you got your pen out, I was like, this is a bit weird. But yeah, as I say, I don't know how it works, but it works. And 100% I would recommend it to anybody. It's not like, and I think the key thing is, when people have thoughts and feelings and things like that, especially when they've kept them to themselves for so long, it's very hard to try and put them into words anyway. And it is a very emotional process. But I was expecting to have to like literally download all of my information to you, and I didn't have to do that at all. Obviously, when we first connected, you sent me a form. I filled in probably like literally my life story, but that was, I think, your way of or your part of the process in getting me to really understand what it was that I needed to get those feelings to let go. And I didn't have to say anything to you other than a few key thoughts, and you taking me back there. So that, I think that's probably important for.
Like you say, it's can be content free, or like you say, limiting amount of information. And sometimes people don't know why they feel the way they feel, and actually by not putting things into words can sometimes be, they're not sure what to say or what words to use. So actually it's not doing that, is it? It's just going back to a memory and the feeling associated with the memory.
So
thank you so much for taking time to speak to me today.
Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome.
So like you say, if someone was interested in integral eye movement therapy, what is it you would say?
Oh, 100% give it a go. You have absolutely nothing to lose. It is completely painless. And as I said, I didn't have to. It wasn't like having a therapy session. I know that had I have, at the time when my brother passed, I was offered counselling and all this sort of thing, and I was young. I was 22, and I was like, I don't need that. I don't need to tell it. No one's going to bring him back. I don't need to tell you my problems. It's not as if I had something happen that I don't know where it came from. But it was just pain free. It was in a neutral environment. So like Glenda she can come to you, you can go to her, meet somewhere privately. It was just a very, it wasn't invasive. It was just a very relaxing atmosphere. And Glenda is such an amazing lady. She makes you feel at ease. It was, and we've become friends from it. So it's nice. It's just give it a go. Give it a go. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thank you so much for today. And I'll speak to you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, take care, Glenda.
You too. Bye.